Hello and welcome to East Los Angeles College. My name is Genevieve Ayala and I am a counselor. And today I will talk to you about how to request your first student educational plan, your abbreviated student educational plan, also known as an ASEP. So let's get started. So this is what we'll learn today. What exactly an abbreviated educational plan is. Again, we refer to this as an ASEP, how to request an ASEP, and what's next. So in general, what is a student educational plan? A student educational plan is basically a map of the courses that you will take while you are here with us at ELAC. It's a living and changing document, so students might change their minds, and that's okay. We can always update the plan. It's also okay if you are unaware of and you're undecided about what you want to major in, if you want to transfer, that's fine. Wherever you're at, we can still create an educational plan. There are two types of educational plans, an ASEP and a CSEP. So an abbreviated educational plan is the plan that you will receive for your first semester. So when you're starting with us at ELAC, this plan can include maybe classes for summer and winter as well, which are our 5-week sessions. But for the most part, it's for your first semester. So it's a short plan, and we just want to recommend courses for you to get started with. The comprehensive educational plan is the plan that you'll create when you've been in classes with us and you are making your counseling appointment to update your educational plan. That is when we will plan all of the classes that you'll need to reach your goal. Again, if your goal is undecided, we can still work to create some sort of comprehensive educational plan for you. So again, right now we are focusing on the ASEP, the first plan that you will receive. Now, how do you request that? If you're watching this video, you probably are already aware of the ASEP form. So this request form can be found on the Welcome Center's page. And in this form, it's really accessible because it's available at any time. So you'll need to complete your personal information, and then we'll ask you a couple of questions about what your goal is at ELAC. Again, if you're undecided, that's totally fine. The purpose of this form is so that we can gather enough information so that we can create your ASEP, your abbreviated educational plan. So, what type of information do you need to know in order to complete the form? So you need to know when you want to start classes, so which semester or which session you want to begin with, depending on when you're completing this form. And we also need to know whether you want to be a full-time or part-time student. So whether you want to be in the maximum 12 units or the less than that. We need to know if you've had any passing AP scores in the past, so a 3 or above. And we also need to know if you have attended another college. Again, we will ask you all of these questions in the form. What you don't need to know, we prefer that you have your student ID number because it makes everything easier for us. But if you don't, it's okay. We can find you with your date of birth. We don't need to know your major. Again, we are going to ask you if you have one in mind, but it's okay to say that you're undecided. And we don't need to know where you want to transfer yet. It would be good to know if you want to transfer, but you can also be undecided and we can still work with that information. So before you submit the ASEP form, it's really important that you double check these few things. So your email, is it correct? We will send a copy to your student email, but because you're a new student, you might not have access to that yet. So we will also send a copy to your personal email. So we need to know that it's correct. And your phone number. We need to know that your phone number is correct and that we can reach you and it's a working number. Because we will be giving you a call when this is complete. So after you submit the form, make sure you check your email make sure you check that you have a confirmation email that you submitted it. Even check the spam. So what happens next? It'll typically take about a week to 2 weeks maximum for us to get your ASEP to you after you've completed the form. My guess is it'll be a lot sooner, but there are some busy times where it will take a little longer. So after we complete your ASEP, we will give you a call. We'll call you on the phone, whichever counselor completes your ed plan, and inform you that we have emailed the form to you. In the email that will be sent to you, it'll have the copy of your educational plan, as well as additional resources and links, as well as another video that explains the educational plan in detail. So what if you don't get a phone call or email? Please double check your email and your voicemail to make sure that you haven't missed the email or the phone call. If it's been over 2 weeks and you haven't heard from us, you can contact either myself, Genevieve Ayala, and that's my email address listed there, or you can contact our Welcome Center counselor, Cecilia Villamor, and that's her email address listed there, and we can confirm manually whether you have completed the form or not. So, in addition to the ASEP form, these are some other steps you should be aware of if you're starting with us here at ELAC. So there will be a link to this form in the description of this video, but these are important steps to be aware of. And the ones that I really want to highlight are applying to financial aid, so that's either the FAFSA or the DREAM Act. The assessment is done through the ELAC application. So as long as you've done the ELAC application, you should be fine. We don't have you take any math or English tests anymore. But the other really important one is to complete online orientation. The email that will be sent to you with your ASEP will have a link to online orientation in case it's not complete, but please try to do that ahead of time. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video and welcome to ELAC.